Alright, we're going to do a basic intro to the marquee tool in Photoshop. The marquee tool is good for adding, subtracting, and manipulating certain parts of your canvas. So the first thing we're going to do is make a new canvas. Whenever you make a new canvas, you can it comes with lots of presets. You can choose custom US paper, which is 8.5 by 11, web, which is 640 by 480, and pixels. Make sure this says pixels over here, because if you switch it to inches, it's going to be huge. And we will just title this Mickey, because we're gonna make a Mickey Mouse, or well, somewhat. So the first thing we want to do is I want to make this background completely dark. I want to make it completely black, so we can use the marquee tool to delete the Mickey Mouse shape. Alright, so this right here is your marquee tool. If you left click and hold it down, you'll get a rectangular marquee tool, an elliptical marquee tool, single row marquee tool, and single column marquee tool. We want the elliptical because we're going to basically just make 3 circles for Mickey Mouse. Now whenever you left click and drag the marquee circle, you can make any shape that you want that's a circle. So like ovals, you know, uneven circles, whatever you want to call them. But if you hold down shift, you'll get a perfect circle. No matter what you try to do, no matter how you move the mouse, you'll get a perfect circle every time. You let go of the shift button, it goes back to being disoriented or skewed. You hold down the shift button, it goes right back to being a perfect circle. Now, if you're trying to get it centered and you can't get it centered, or you just want to move this thing, you can let go and move it around, but then you're stuck with this shape. And if you wanted a bigger circle, you have to draw another one. So the way around this is, you hold down shift and you get the size you want, and then you hold down spacebar and you can move it while holding down shift. So right now I'm holding down shift and spacebar. That keeps the perfect circle. If I let go of shift, I can still move it around, but it gets rid of my perfect circle. So if you're wanting to keep the same circle and manipulate it, you hold down spacebar and then you can move it. Just like that. So if you're up here and you're like, okay, so I got my shift, but I need it more centered, but I want it only this big, you hold down spacebar and you drag the entire selection to the center, and you let go of left, and then whenever you get the size you want, we'll make it about like this, you can let go of the left click, well, you can let go of the left mouse button and it'll stay there. Now this is where the selection is. To get rid of this selection, you can either you can left click on the canvas and that deselects the selection, or you can just hit Control D and that will also deselect. And if you accidentally click on the canvas, you can hit Control Alt Z and get your selection back. So let's say you're messing around and you go blunk, oops. To get that selection back, to redo, basically you go to a step backward, which is Alt Control Z. So you can either click on this, or you can do the quick key, which is what I like to do, which is Alt Control Z, and then I get that back. So we got this selection. Now if you move up here to the move tool right here, and you click it, and then whenever you scan over your selection, you'll notice that your little cursor has a pair of scissors under it. That means it's about to cut out this selection from your background. And you can move it just like this, and you can use this to make all kinds of shapes, like so. So if I wanted to make a half moon, or like a little sliver of a moon, and then I can hit Control D, and then that'll get rid of my selection, and then I got this little moon here. But we're gonna make a Mickey Mouse, so Control Alt Z, get your selection back, and then just keep hitting Control Z until you get it back to right there. Alright, so all I'm gonna do is just hit delete and get rid of the selection I have, just like that. And then you hit Control D to deselect, and then I'm going to draw two more circles to represent the ears. Then I'm going to hit delete. And then I'm going to move my selection over. If you don't click on the move button, you stay on the marquee, you can simply move the selection around, as opposed to clicking on the move button, which cuts it, like so. You see how it even cut the white part out? It cut it all out.